G'day and welcome to Duxley Gaming and LakeLand Vale Farm. We are back here on Stevie's map and we are still continuing on with our farming here, and we have got some changes, strangely enough. First things first, let's have a look and see what we've got field wise. So we've ended up harvesting our 3 fields here. So fields 1, 3 and 4 have been harvested and they've been cultivated in, and that's all well and good. We've collected all the grass around the field basically, which is fine, and we do have to collect all this grass. Field 5 has been cultivated. We need to plant that as well. Field 11 is been planted and it's growing. Field 21 has been planted and it's growing. So what we need to do though now is we need to combine these fields. We're going to combine these fields here into one, which is what we spoke about before. The first things first, I have to collect all the grass from the field. We don't want to waste that because it's going to be useful for our sheep. And then once we've done that, we've joined these fields together, we'll then both see this one and also field 5. All right, so let's have a look what else we got done. Now, we said in the last episode, we see in the last couple of episodes actually, we had those John Deeres. Now, we saw the one that couldn't get over the small straw heap and all that sort of stuff. So we ended up getting rid of them. We sold them for scrap. We didn't even sell them as tractors, we just sold them for scrap. Now, strangely enough, we got a better price for them for scrap than what we did for selling them outright. Right. So anyway, so in selling those, we then all of a sudden only had the Voltra, which is there, and the new Challenger. So I thought, well, we need a couple of extra tractors. So I went and contacted the dealership, not the dealership down the road because they're John Deere blind and all they see is that colour, not the decent colour green. Anyway, so we spoke to our dealer, who is a class dealer, strangely enough, and because I am the class ambassador, class and big M ambassador, I wear 2 hats. I'm happy to share that. He gave us a very good deal on some new class models. So we had them delivered and we got them to the farm and they're all ready to go. So what did we get? Anyone can hazard a guess? Well, let's go and have a look. No time like the present. Here they are here. So you can see them. They look like they're either Xerion 4000s, 4500s or 5000s. I think you can see enough detail there now. They are the 5000s. So we've got 2 class 5000s with tracks. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we've gone the big beast and we are loving it. So without further ado, let's get these things cracking. All right, so we're going to go and grab a loading wagon and we're going to go tear up the grass with this thing. These are a wonderful machine, much akin to our class Xerion 5000s that we've used previously. The difference being obviously that these are tracked, so a lot less compression on the ground, all that sort of stuff. But I need to find my loading wagon. On the loading wagon, I've already gone past it. All right, so yes, so this is our new tractors of choice. Now, I mean, it's hardly a surprise for anyone. Everyone knows that I love my class. More so than anything else, and I'm sorry for all those that are JD lovers. And it's not just the fact that I don't hate JD. It's not the fact that I just don't like them as much as the class and other tractors. But unfortunately, the JD getting stuck on the straw was literally the last straw because I couldn't put up with that. So it had to go. So We've gone to something bigger, better. Well, probably not bigger. I think that the big John Deere was bigger than what this is, but stronger and more reliable definitely are these. So that's what we've gone with. So anyway, for all the JD lovers, sorry, we've still got the JD combine harvester. Okay, so I haven't got rid of all of it. I will promise that I will look at getting some JD for some smaller tractors if I need to in the future or something like that. But certainly for the moment, the John Deere are out. I want something that's reliable, strong, and can do the jobs I want it to do. And the Xerion 5000 fits that bill. I mean, look, there's a couple other tractors probably fit the bill as well. The Challenger's not shirking that responsibility either. Yeah, I do love my class. And yes, it may turn some people away. I'm aware of that, but you know what? Too bad. My channel, my preferences. I've used John Deere for a little bit, and there's many people that have known me for a long period of time that would have never expected me to actually use John Deere at all. So consider yourself lucky. Now, don't get me wrong. Don't even think that I'm going to be looking at any horses. So yes, I said that horrible word. That ain't going to happen. I'm happy to use John Deere occasionally. Okay. Maybe I've tempered a little bit, but the John Deeres weren't doing the job I needed to do here, so they're gone. Gone. Right. So speaking of gone, we've got 2 rows of grass gone. There we go. He's full. So I'm going to head on over here and offload into the silo. All right, flying we are, flying. All right, so I hope everyone is doing well. I hope you're all coping well under these tough times with COVID-19 and everything else that's going on, and I hope all your family are well and dealing with it. We are coping okay here. We are all at home, so the 3 kids are at home, schooling from home. I'm at home, working at home, and the wife is obviously here as well. And we are just dealing with it as best we possibly can. My wife is obviously, she's effectively in self-quarantine because of the fact that she's high risk. I think I've mentioned this before with her sarcoidosis, which probably makes it a bit tough for her. She's not supposed to be going out anywhere, and it does make it hard when you're sort of locked up inside all the time. But certainly for myself, I'd much rather be locked up inside than going outside and then possibly getting exposed to the virus and then having any complications or anything from it. So anyway, that is what it is. I mean, a lot of others have got a lot worse than what we do, so we're just thankful for what we do have, and that we're able to continue on with at least my income coming in, which is much better than what a lot of other people are at the moment. Which I mean, obviously we can't do anything about, and I feel for them and their families. Of course, unless I get 100,000 subscribers or so, when I start making enough money on the channel that I can employ someone, for instance, for doing editing or something for me. So come on, get those subs in. yeah, righto. All right, so we are just going to continue on. We're going to collect all the grass, and it's going to go in cab as we collect the grass from now on. And that'll be the first thing done for today. And like I said, we're then going to merge these fields. So we'll get the plough out, and we'll plough it all up, and be good to go. Then we'll go from having 7 fields to having 4 fields. But I think it's worthwhile. I think creating just this as one field in the longer term is going to be more worthwhile than having those 4 smaller fields. I don't think that's really as effective for us. Now we're sort of getting established. I say established, I mean, we've only got $45,000 in the bank, but we're at the point now we've got enough equipment to sustain us. The only things we really need to buy now is, other than paying for our wages for our hired hands, is things like seed and fertilizer and stuff like that. And that's probably minimal expense, really. We can sort of manage that as we go. So we've also got a whole pile of wool we can be selling off, which is good, so that the sheep are very busy in producing wool for us. And once we commence harvesting fields again, then we have product to get rid of and to sell. So that's all well and good. So I think we're in a good position at the moment. All right, there we go. Head off again, continue on. And we'll come around here. The end the end parts here at the field we'll also pick up as well, but I'm not so worried about those initially. They probably should be, really, because we need to get those cleared as well. All right. So we'll click the rest of this row here, like so. All right. How many rows we got left to do? 2 by the look of it. 2 or 3, either way. We need to make sure we've got all the grass picked up so we can at least plough over. The stuff, like I said, the north and south end of the fields, we can pick up after, because we're not going to be running the plough over that. So we should be sufficient. Now we actually have got the capability, I suppose, of actually extending the fields as well. We can make them a bit wider or extend them out to the north a little bit. We've got a fair bit of spare space up there. I'm probably not going to do that initially. We'll just sort of see how things go. But I'm just going to square these 4 fields off into one, and we'll go from that. See what that brings us, basically. Big pile here. Now see, if that had been the John Deere, it probably wouldn't have got over it, because it couldn't get over a small line of straw that was actually not even as high as this grass here. So yeah, I think it was a good decision to get rid of it and upgrade to these. All right, there we go, another load. Round we go. Into the silo complex. And we'll offload. You're going to see how much grass I've actually got now. Let's have a quick look. Coming up to 750,000. Not too bad. More than enough to sustain our animals for a bit. Our grass. Our sheep for a bit. Which is good. Means we can get more sheep in. Once we've got some more money, basically. Tuck in through here, through the shrubbery. Okay. Line up, off we go again. So just these 2 lines to go here. Then I do have a line over there on the other strip in between the fields. So I got 4 lines including this one to go. So that's 2 loads at least. Now I think the only plough we've got to do this with is going to be the GrizzlyBearSim. I don't think we've got the anything else. So that's the Culti plough. That's okay. I'm pretty sure we can plough fields with that. We'll find out soon enough, I suppose. If not, then we may have to lease a plough, which I'm not averse to doing. I think leasing is quite a good option at the moment, while we don't have a lot of disposable cash to buy another plough. So yeah, we'll have to have a look and see exactly what we're going to do with that. All right, so we're at 60%. So I'll definitely be at least probably another full load after this, and maybe a little bit more. We'll pretty much get all this row done, and the tailings down here for the turn. So get this big clump, it'll sort of jump up a little bit. There we go. Right. So go back in off this load, and then there'll be one more load, and then we'll have to. So there's the agrosim there off to our left. So we can't use the cultivators. That's no good to us. So we're going to use the agrosim. That I'm pretty sure that allows us to do fields, so shouldn't be too much of an issue. All right. So other news in, I guess, certainly by the time you see this, the bale add-on, the straw bale add-on or whatever it's called, will be available. Now that is coming to us free, which sort of surprised me a little bit. For FS17 they charged us for that. I can't remember what it was, but certainly for me it was a waste of money because I'd never really used anything out of it. But it's free, so I don't know whether Giants have paid them to actually do it or whatever else, but yeah, so we are getting that as a freebie. We will most likely get it. Whether or not we use it or not is yet to be seen. Probably most unlikely that we will use it. However, if I can bring it in and use it and I actually enjoy using it, I guess for want of a better description, then we probably will do so. So time will tell on that one. Time will tell on many things. All right. So this row is going to be finished. We're going to go over here and do this other row over here in between the fields, field 3 and 4. And then that's it for the stuff on the field and between the fields. So then it's just a matter of heading off and doing basically the header rows, the north and south ends of the fields. But once we've got all this done, I can just get the plow in, plow it all up. I will then need to at least cultivate the whole field because the grass field needs to be cultivated in. So it's probably just as easy to cultivate the whole field. We can see if we can get Courseplay to recognize it as one field, for instance, and check it out. Make sure it all works fine in that regard. I'm sure it is. I'm sure there's not going to be a problem with it at all. However, in saying that, well, I say I'm sure. Who knows? Alright, so we'll just come along here and grab this slot here. So this is where we actually leased, to do the windrow, we actually leased the swadrow again. I just wanted to see whether it was just an instance problem or whether it was actually a swadrow. And the swadrow definitely does not like this part of the map, and it was going all over the place. So the swadrow will not be seen on this map. So that's the swadrow by our friend GTX. So I don't know what the problem is with it, but none of the other windrowers we have available have that same problem. So I'm not sure what's causing that, but suffice to say, we won't be bringing that back to this map because of that problem. Alright, I'm going to drop this load off here, then we'll go grab the plow and we'll get started with that. Alright, off we go. There's the combi. So the John Deere, all are lonesome. Alright, we're just going to park this here. I'm not going to bother about putting it away. Right, let's go grab the agrosim. Alright, let's go get this done. First things first, actually. Let's make sure... Right. Doesn't look as though I can. Let's unfold it first. Yeah, nope, I can't create fields with it. Right, so let's lower that down. Not the way I want to lower it, but anyway, that's fine. Let's go and have a look at our plows. Man, well, this is what we're going to get. I'm going to lease this. Yes, that's all. Right. So let's go and grab that. And we'll come back and we'll just do that field. So not all the plow, or certainly for that culti plow, that hasn't been enabled to do field creation. And not all plows can actually do that. It depends upon the coding and that on it. But we'll be okay. We'll just get this done lickety split, return it after we've used it, and everything should be fine after that. Past Jeeb's Mill. Now, for those of you who aren't aware, Stevie has also done some new updates to some of his mods again. So there's some more mods that have been updated on his Facebook page. Go check them out. I don't know that Jerry has actually put them on Simply Safe Mods. I don't believe he probably has. I think he's only putting the maps up there at the moment in relation to Stevie stuff. But in either case, go check it out, and make sure you do check out simplysafemods.com. That's what we promote, free of charge. We're not paid or anything else. We're not obliged to provide mentions of it for Jerry, but Jerry's a good mate of ours, so he's providing a good service to the FS community, both those that are continuing to play FS 17 for whatever reasons and those that are in 19. So go check it out. That's simplysafemods.com. There is a link down below in the comments, but it's a simple enough web addy to go and check out. So please go do so. All right, so I'm going to head in here. I'll begin unfolding. I just have to make sure I don't stuff up these edges. That's what we don't want to do. And this is where our mate Jimmy J is going to come and say, well, you should be using the GPS model or whatever it is that he uses. Yeah, probably should. But it's okay. Our fields aren't going to be perfectly straight, obviously. Right. So let's have a look. We are going to allow create fields. Right, we're going to close that off, lower this down. Right, so now we're in plow mode with create fields. And we're just going to very carefully head on over. And as you can see, we're creating the field. Plow this one in. And get the other side. And then we'll be good. Now what I might do actually, we'll plow in the north and south edges of the areas between the fields, and then we'll see if we can get courseplay to recognize the boundary, and then we'll get courseplay to complete the ploughing. As you can see there, I'm a little bit off. All right. It's also tell us how well Stevie lined up his fields, won't it? All right, so we've done those. We'll get in early. And that way we can make sure that we're lining ourselves up in time. Looks pretty close there now. One's done. And 2 more to go, plus the field itself. Almost there. Across we go. Play up this edge of the field. Almost there. Right, now we're done. Okay, so let's raise that up. Let's turn off create. Actually, no, we need create field stand still. Let's see. Calculate current field's edge path. And that looks pretty good. It looks pretty good to me. Right. So we're going to go and field edge path number. So we're going to make that field 1. So we're going to overwrite. There we go. Done. So what we're now going to do is we're going to go into here. We're going to go course generation. Field 1 user. Thank you very much. And we're going to go headlands, none. Current vehicle position. Actually, let's go back. Right. Let's line ourselves up. Right. So we're just going to line ourselves up. And we're not going to do headlands. We're just going to do up and downs. Or east and west runs. Actually, is that going to work? No, let's do headlands. We'll do headlands anyway. So we're going to do course generation, field 1, headland. We'll do 1. Headland counterclockwise. Start working on headland passes. Headland corners. Turn radius. So yeah, turn, field center, experimental, up, down, don't care about that. Multiple tools, that's right. Don't have any islands. Right, generate field. There we go. Or generate course, I should say. So hopefully this should just go and get all that done for us. So we are going to come back here a little bit. And this time I want it to start at the start. So we're going to start at first waypoint and drive course. Made a bit of a mess there, but we can fix that up. And off he goes. All right. Now he'll tidy this up. He'll just do a nice straight line through here. And then field 1 will be done. He does a much better job than what I do. All right, so we're going to let him continue on, and that is time for us to end the episode. So while we continue to watch him just finalize all that off, we will sign off, and we'll come back in the next episode when we can start prepping this field and giving it some lime, some fertilizer, and some seed. All right, hope you enjoyed the episode. If so, press that like button and leave a comment as well. We like you leaving comments. So let us know what you think of the series thus far and this episode. And of course, don't forget to come and join us on Twitch, Twitter, Discord, and Facebook. Details, all those are down below in the comments. Don't forget, like I said before, check out simplysafemods.com. Jerry's performing a wonderful service to the farming simulator community by making a place available for modders to put their mods directly. You won't find aggregated sites or anything else there. You won't find anyone else's mods other than the mods direct from the authors themselves. So go check that out. Also, don't forget to check out the Friends of the Duckzilla Gaming channel. Feed Guy, Frithgar, and Atomic 67 Gaming. Links to their channels are also down below. And of course, don't forget whether it's morning, afternoon, evening, or night. I've done it again. Got to fix that. Anyway, take care of yourselves and your loved ones. And we'll talk to you again very, very soon back here on LakeLand Vale Farm and Ducks All Gaming. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe and press that alarm notification icon as well. I forgot to do that. All right. Take care, everyone. We'll see you again very, very soon back here, Ducks All Gaming. See you later. Bye.